Hey guys, Noel here, and it's Friday, and before we go about our business for the day, I wanted to do one video for the YouTube channel. We've been having a lot of fun over winter break doing retro gaming videos, and I thought let's end the week with a good one. And I've been doing a lot of Mortal Kombat videos that have been getting some good feedback, and I was requested to, because I featured some Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and I was asked to do a video for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, so let's do one for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Panasonic 3DO, and this game is maybe the definitive home console version of Street Fighter 2. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is considered to be the definitive Street Fighter 2. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is the kind of the version of Street Fighter 2 that's been used in, you know, the animated movie, and it introduced Akuma. The gameplay is the most polished it is, and it's got an amazing CD soundtrack that has returned in newer re-releases of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and also Street Fighter 2 anniversary collections for other consoles. So the Panasonic 3DO version, at least for the United States, I believe is the only home console version of this game, and this is my copy of this game. I don't actually own a 3DO. I've been borrowing my friends for a while, so another reason we should do this video is let's review this game while I still have a 3DO, and I've got to actually buy my own. But one really cool thing about this is the instruction manual. Everything heavily features Akuma, the finally arrived hidden character, because for a long time people thought that there was a character named Shenlong that was gonna come and fight M. Bison at the end. He was kind of like, he was a rumored character. It's kind of like Mortal Kombat and Reptile, that you can play as Reptile. In Mortal Kombat 2, you got to play as Reptile. In this game, you actually get to fight the character Akuma, not Shenlong, but he's modeled after this mysterious hidden boss character. So he's in the game. To get to him, you have to play the game without losing a round, and I think for this video we'll just do a review, so I don't foresee us actually getting to Akuma. There's also a code to be Akuma where you have to hover over certain characters over certain amounts of time. And again, for the sake of being kind of concise for this video, we probably won't do that. But again, there are codes where you can do that. You can also play as Akuma in X-Men Children of the Atom by doing a similar sequence where you hover over certain characters for certain amounts of time. But let me just quickly show you more artwork for this instruction manual, because it's really, really nice. If you have the like Brady Games Street Fighter Anniversary Collection book, one of the big features of it is they actually include some of the artwork from this instruction manual, because this instruction manual has such good artwork in it. So, you know, like there's Akuma, there's Chun-Li, Cammy and Fei Long, DJ and T-Hawk, Ryu and E Honda. I mean, I really love the artwork in this. It's just very interesting composition here, with a lot of personality. I mean, I wish Street Fighter artwork still looked like this, because Capcom had such good artists working for them back in the 90s, and it really showed with games like Street Fighter and also the Versus series games, the Marvel vs. Capcom, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and you know, those were really the heyday of Capcom's artwork. So now, the one thing about playing this on the 3DO, the only real drawback is the controller. It's like the Sega Genesis controller, and the Sega Genesis actually made a custom 6-button controller for the Sega Genesis. For here, there's actually a thing where you can order a 6-button controller for the 3DO. So enough of my rambling here. Let's actually get down to some gameplay, and yeah, let's have some fun. So, just for the sake of convenience, because the way this is set up, let's actually play this on the Amdec Color 1 here. So it's a very nice picture. Okay, let's get to it. Now, The only real downside to the 3DO version, in addition to the controller, some slight load times. Again, it doesn't bother me at all because I grew up with worse load times, but more modern gamers might be kind of like, what's the deal here? What's up with all this load time? Now, again, check out the music for Balrog's stage. The thing playing this game is, the fighting stage music is so engrossing that you don't want to win the fight. You just kind of want to have the music keep going. At least that's my experience. And again, the graphics on this game really, for Street Fighter 2, this looks as good as Street Fighter 2 has ever looked, outside of HD remakes where they just totally redraw people. Speaking of HD remakes, for the Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD remake that was done, they actually did a really nice HD version of this opening, and for some reason they cut it out of the game, and I have no idea why, because I love this opening to Street Fighter 2. Like I said, I mean, I had fun doing my Mortal Kombat 2 video. That got a lot of likes, but I mean, honestly, when compared to Street Fighter 2, as much as I like Mortal Kombat, as cool as the digitized graphics are and the excitement of playing Mortal Kombat is, I mean, like, gameplay-wise, Street Fighter 2 is so smooth. It is so engaging. It is so pretty to look at. I remember listening to an interview with Eugene Jarvis, who was the head of Midway, and he made games like Defender, and I remember him saying in this interview that, you know, the games coming out of Japan looked so pretty that, I mean, the way he kind of countered that was like, well, we might not be able to match the artwork, but maybe we can, we'll do something different, you know, and it's true. I mean, and in fact, that worked for him. So here's all your characters, you know, and I agree with that, you know, like, as awesome an artist as John Tobias is, and I love John Tobias's artwork, it is just not as good as the artwork that comes out of Capcom, at least for my taste. Let's be Ken. We'll do a handful of fights here. Show you some of the gameplay. Guile. His music is like this is maybe the best fighting game music ever. So let's sit back and enjoy this.
Round one.
Here we go.
Fight.
This game also has a lot of colors for all the different characters. Come on. Shoot. Yes, there we go.
You win. Round two. Fight.
I walked right into that like an idiot. Yeah, like I said, the only awkward thing about this game is the 3DO controller technically has 6 buttons, but they're all over the controller, so they're not, you know, it's not quite as quick to your thumb to get to all of them sometimes. Zangief. I was watching the Olympics last night, so if you're watching this video in the future, you know that this video took place the day after the ladies' free skate. And Medvedeva, the Russian skater who dresses up like Sailor Moon sometimes, man, she totally should have won the gold medal. She got robbed. But we had 2 Russians winning gold and silver, so it's appropriate we fight in the Soviet Union. In fact, I learned my geography and a lot of positive imagery of different countries around the world from Street Fighter 2. I'm not kidding. Because they had a map to show where the different countries were, and there were positive stereotypes of each country embodied in the characters, so... I used to know how to read Cyrillic. I'm super rusty. hard for me to pull off my Dragon Punch on this controller. There it is. Yeah, again, the artwork for victory and losing portraits is really nice.
Jamaica.
Ah, DJ, Jamaica Mon. Yeah, DJ is based on Billy Blanks, Tybo. Oof. Oof, he's kicking my butt, man. Jeez. Jeez. Man. Ah. Jeez.
Round 3.
And guys, the game just goes on like this. It just gets better and better and better. Although I don't know if anything can get much better than Guile's theme music, but this game is just a work of art. All right, this will be our last fight, Cammy, just because you know, everyone loves Cammy. Cammy's like, you know, the hottest girl character in the history of video games. So, yeah. So let's fight her. And in fact, you know, one of the ways I gained more appreciation for women as equals was fighting games. I'm not kidding, because the girl characters, they looked good, which made, you know, the guys pay attention to them, and then they could, you know, do everything that the guy characters could do. Which in real life, women tend not to be as strong as men, but you know, there's different ways that the genders balance out, right? And one of the ways that I was able to realize, you know, women have the same potential as men, but in different ways, no joke, was through fighting games with characters like Cammy and Tina from Dead or Alive and all that good stuff, so. Man. Check out that Aurora Borealis in the background. Makes me want some steamed hams. If you get that Simpsons joke, you're a good person. And we can be friends. Jeez. It's hard for me to do my... I've always had trouble doing my super moves from the right side of the screen.
Round 3, fight!
Shoot. I'm gonna lose. No, I'm not. Haha. Woo, close call.
You win!
Alright, guys. Well, let's end on that high note here. So, that was Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the 3DO. I highly, highly, highly recommend this game, and if anyone tells you that 3DO doesn't have good games, you need to point them right to the direction of this game and tell them to be quiet. So, until next time, guys, my name is Noel. You take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the near future. Bye-bye.